Hey everyone, welcome back to more Flesh and Bad, and today we have some very exciting news coming out of the Calling Vanilla, and that is brand new Zen support. Now, Zen has been kind of struggling for a little bit now in the current meta, just not really the powerhouse he once was since the Bonds ban. And I think this new card is going to help really reinvigorate a lot of Zen games. And before we get into the new card, I do want to briefly touch base on Swamp. So Swamp has also been a card that's been struggling a lot. Clearly one of the most broken cards in the game. Just insane value engine card, just absolutely nuts, and some of the coolest art in the game as well. So this card has been insane in the past when the bonds 9 bonds was legal. Very very solid card, but now it's kind of fallen out of favor with the bond stuff. But I think that this new card is going to actually make Swam. It's going to return Swam to its former glory, which is going to be excellent. So now let's quickly go into this card. Gust Wave of the Second Wind. So this is a Zen only card, and it's a 0 for 4 3 block, which is insane rate. Again, Zen kind of struggles with having like on rate, good attacks. So this is obviously very very solid in Zen. And it has the combo keyword, which is insane. So you can tutor for it off of Zen. And it also has the added benefit of if Surging Strike was the last attack played this combo chain, it gets go again. So this is insane with Swam, because if you go back to Swam, if we pitch a chi to Swam, and then we do Car for 2, right? So this 2 cards already used. Then we name Surging Strike on the Tiger that we've pitched the chi for Swam. So we're now at 3 damage, right? Then we go back and we place Gust Wave of the Second Wind, which is going to be 4 go again, which is insane. So now we're basically already at 7. And then the last Tiger off of Swam will be Bonds of Ancestry, which is a card that is no longer in the game. So we'll name Bonds of Ancestry off of our second Tiger, and then we can finish on Dishonor. So this is going to be, so that was already basically a 3-card 8, which is insane rate, accounting the Shuko trigger, obviously. And then we get to finish with an on hit of 0 for 4. So that's like a 4-card 12, which is absolutely insane. I don't think we've ever actually seen that kind of rate in the game. And we also get the insane on hit of Dishonor, which almost always hits, which is just absolutely nuts. Oh yeah, also I forgot that doesn't even work. I was making a joke, and I'm now reading the card, and yeah, I forgot that you actually need to have Descending Gust Wave. So ignore everything that I've just said. This doesn't work at all. But that's fine, because we don't even need the on hit. The on hit wasn't gonna hit. The on hit wasn't gonna hit anyways. It's fine. So we'll not get the on hit, but we'll still do a 4-card 12, which is insane. So anyways, this is the deck that I'm going to be playing when they come around to coding this insane card on Talishar. It's obviously going to break open Zen and push it into kind of like one of the tier 0 decks. And I think a lot of pros are already raving about this card. So if you didn't see the Pudding interview where he showed this card, look at his reaction. It's insane. He was clearly ecstatic about this card. And, I think I'm also ecstatic about this card. This card is going to be nuts in Zen. So anyways, we're going to do some classic constructor today. I have I'm going to play around with Winds of Eternity again. I feel like I maybe didn't give it as fair of a shot as I wanted to. So we're going to be trying this list. Again, there's some things about this list I'm not like a huge fan of, but we're basically using my same board and then adding in some spinnings and then Winds of Eternity and stuff like that. So we're going up to 31 blues. The Mulligan keys are kind of substitutions for the Bittering Thorns because I don't think they're amazing, but we'll give it a shot. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and play this and let's see what we get. So I'm gonna copy. Yeah, I'm gonna copy. I have an Azalea. Against Azalea, I don't have my normal board, so like take a second to think about this. We don't have our weakest links. We do our sinks. I think we board out with spinnings. Put our needles, and then I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. So I don't have E-strikes on this list, which I also normally board in. I think this is good. So let's give it a spin. Again, we're trying out the spinnings and the Winds of Eternity, and this is a Sandscour Great Bow, so that's actually kind of an interesting deck. I've seen a little bit of an uptick in this deck recently. I think it's quite cool. So for us here, what do we want to do? I think I'm maybe okay taking him off a 6-card hand here. Can pitch our sink below. Let's do that. I kind of want to filter this a little bit. But maybe having double sink is like actually fine in hand. I'm going to give him 1 dagger. See what they do. I just want to kind of force them off a 6-card hand, ideally, if we can here. Okay, they didn't block the first dagger, so maybe they all won't block the second one as well. Interesting. We're just going to go for buff here since we already have a card that we want to arsenal. I think they probably should have given at least 1 card there, but again, I'm not sure from their perspective. They're going to Azalea. You get a Deadeye, which I think we're okay with. Deadeye does get a lot scarier with like game counter stuff. They do have the Sandscour, which is pretty solid. I think this can also put aim counters right. Yep, so this for 9 potentially with the Seek and Destroy is really good. So this is coming in for 13. It's really solid. So I think here what we want to do is maybe try to dig for a Transcend card. Again, they can give us Go again as well. It's pretty solid. Again, this is also why you don't want to let Azalea go first, if you can help it. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to just try to dig for some more blocking cards with our Orihone. Yeah, we find this, which is not terrible. So on our turn, what do we want to do? So we can block 8 here and then 5, so we'd still get we'd still get the inertia effect anyways. So it might be fine just hold back the 100 wins or maybe try to dig for something better, like a Transcend card for our turn. So I think I'm just going to I'm going to block 6 here and then I'm going to try to sink below the 100 wins. Alright, find a red Descending Gustway, which is not exactly what we wanted, but we can still, they're going to Deadeye this away anyways. So I think it's worth it to just block there. So we could have blocked 2 extra, but then we could have also not found our Transcend card, so I think this is fine. And again, they still get a pretty spooky hand next turn, so not excited about that. They do hit a release though, which we're fine with, I think. And we do have a good hand. If they don't disrupt us this turn, this next hand's actually really solid. Because we can do 100 wins, or Ancestral Harmony 100 wins, grain into something. Pitching a red. Oh no, that's bad. Okay. So looks like they're going to try battering bolt us here. Interesting. Coming in for 9. Okay, that is rough. Yeah, I think we need to pitch our Harmony or our Art of War here. Don't think there's unfortunately a way around it. Get rid of our 100 wins. And this is something actually kind of cool we can do here. So we can overpump this by 1. Rising Sun, Setting Moon, then grain that tips the scale. So let's actually do that first before this. So we'll do Rising Sun and then hold priority grain. We'll gain our resource. Then we'll flip the Rising Sun. Okay, we draw Stir the Pot, which is obviously terrible. We will put the Chi on the bottom. We can gain another resource, I guess. And then we still have to take 1 here because we found the stupid Stir the Pot. So yeah, we'll take 1 here. Well, or we're gonna activate ZEN, failed find. And then we'll take a ton of damage here. Oh, we do have the Art of War buff. I think it's fine to just block here. Sure. Again, we still only get to keep our Crouching Tiger. So we can send Crouching Tiger for 0, which is a little unfortunate. But we have at least Transcended. We got 2 Chi in the deck, so I can't be too too unhappy about that. Hopefully we can find another Art of War. That's going to be the biggest thing, is the loss of that Art of War. It was actually pretty brutal. Sandscour version's scary. Let me tell you. Battery bolt's also just like really solid into Zen. Like if you get hit with the wrong hand on a battering bolt, it's just like absolutely brutal. Okay, looks like they're getting rid of their other thing to get a Deadeye, which is potentially fine since they don't have an encounter currently. For us, what are we doing? Part of me, so this won't make us discard because they don't have an encounter on the Remorseless. They also cannot give it go again because of the flight pass. So I think we're just going to block 6 here and then needle to try to take them off a little bit of tempo and then Arsenal to pass it over. I think that seems like the best play for me, but again, we're getting a little bit rolled here. Notably with Remorseless, it doesn't trigger on needles. Common misconception, like it doesn't actually work on weapons. So here we're going to send 2. And we might send another 2 depending on what they do. If they block here, I'm like less inclined to send another 2. But it might still be okay just to buy some time. Alright, well now we're definitely sending another 2. Alright, looks like we got the Fate to cover it. Interesting they did that first. I guess it makes sense against like CNC. But okay, they got one of our needles. We'll Arsenal our Passover. And we need to find some action, like, very soon. Again, I don't think this hand is necessarily action. Alright, so they do have the Memorial Ground Remorseless combo, which is cool. Release Attention, also fine. And this does have Dominate? Yes, Dominate. So, for our turn, what are we doing? Again, we don't lose our arsenal, which I think is good. So I think I'm just wanting to try to maximize our blocks here. So I think what we're going to do on our turn is send 3 into 3 and then pitch this to Needle. So I'll take an extra 2 damage off this Remorseless, but I think that's probably the best we're going to get. And again, we're really just trying to hold out for some action here. We're not going to play our Tiger also as well, just because we don't want to ping ourselves for 1. We also need to try to dodge another battering bolt, because we need to draw the Art of War. Because we don't have it in hand already, or we don't have an arsenal already. So yeah, definitely like scary. Alright, looks like they are giving us some cards here, which hopefully they can maybe give me another one. Okay, no other card. So 4-card hand Azalea, still pretty scary. Alright, looks like they're reading the Glide Path, which is another pretty good card for them. It looks like they hit something too. Okay, Battering Bolt is also annoying. But we can at least pitch it, or we can also at least play it in response. So I think we're going to do, honestly. This is coming for 12 Dominate. Which again, super good arrow. I think what we're going to do is we're going to block 3 here. We're going to take 9. They get an arsenal back. And then we play Preserve before the hit trigger. Oh, they want to talk to me. Oh, we have a Flesh and Blood. We have a Flesh and Bad fan, apparently. That's cool. Yeah, I'm gonna let this Battering Bolt hit, though. That's super cool to get bodied by a fan. Yeah, shout out to Azalea. I can't tell if that's I think that's an Azalea pun, but anyways, we're gonna put an Aspect back. Again, our opponent's been playing incredibly well, by the way. This version of Azalea is very scary. Again, they get the pre-med and the Battering Bolt, which is like, oh, okay. So on our turn, what are we doing? I guess we're doing our Needle into Chase. I think that's our only way out, really. Like, again, we're getting quite fucking bodied here. So shout out to our opponent. This Sandscour build is like super scary if it goes first. Like, holy crap. I don't even think we necessarily got high rolled super bad. Like, the battering bolts were obviously a little bit unfortunate, but like, this is just super awesome build. Yeah, super awesome deck. I don't know if you came up with this deck yourself or you're taking, yeah. Take your time. But yeah, this deck's super awesome. The thing is, that might actually be a little bit more scary than just other Azalea builds right now. So yeah, shout out to you, Azalea. Let's see. Yeah, pretty sick. I'm wondering if there's anything we could have done differently this game. I don't think there's anything like great. Might have just been a little bit of an unfortunate game on our end. Trying to think if there's like any kind of different decision point, like maybe getting rid of sink below at some other point. Did we overpitch sink? Maybe that was wrong. Maybe we should have kept on to a sink just to like block out some more damage, but I think it's like marginal at best. Yeah, cool build. Alright, we found our Ardor back at least. So it's one thing in our favor, but our opponent has a 5-card hand, so we're very likely dead here. Oh yeah, we got knocked death whistle. Oh boy. Yeah, we are super dead here. Well, okay, so we can block 10. So if they have, well, they have the long draw too. So I don't think they're like if they had one buff, I think that might do it. But oh, Judge Jury, nice. So if this is a one buff arrow, I think we're maybe okay. But if it's more than that, I think we're dead. If it's just long draw, I think we live. But not sure. Okay, wait, I think we're actually okay here. Okay, this is just for 9. So right, this works. Yeah, I think that's gotta be it. Again, our opponent is rolling, like, this may have been just an unfortunate hand for them. I don't know what was in their hand, but they've been rolling us up until this point. So, like, I was, like, pretty sure we were actually just dead here. So we have our Transcend card in Arsenal. So let's Ardor pitching the Chief first, since we can Transcend anyways. Get that. We have our blue to sink us way. We have our bonds. Do we have a bonds graveyard? No, we do not. But we can get a bonds in graveyard somehow. Can we? Yes. No. Yes. We can tutor. So let's first Tennessee Moon. Now. We'll do Descending Gustwave. This will draw us another card. We have the Harmony, so that's fine. I think we're going to use that for pitch. Coming for 2. We'll pass over their Judge Jury. For bad manners, of course. Then we'll do Bonds of Ancestry, getting a Descendant. And then we can do double bonds. So, I think we stole this game. Again, I don't think... yeah, I don't think we necessarily deserve this here. We have our dagger still, yeah, so Key is probably good. Because we can do chase into... Yeah. That's nasty. I feel bad for you. I am very sorry, Azalea. I stole the fuck out of this game. do not deserve this in the slightest. This was absolutely your game up until this point. So I hope you still enjoy my content after this. I know I wouldn't. Yeah, but you played extraordinarily well. So I think you just got unlucky with that hand, if I'm guessing. But again, there's still potentially in this. We are only coming in for 6 here, so they could block 3. Yeah, that's rough. Again, we're just presenting a lot of damage. For this hand, what are we doing? This is a bonds hand. Yes, we bonds. The sequencing here is a little awkward, but I think we gotta roll with it. So they have to block needle here or they die. So we'll drop it now. Unfortunately, there's no way to win chakra there. Get our last bonds and then just puke out a bunch more damage. I'm surprised we didn't kill last turn a little bit, but again, it makes sense. They had the cards to block. But again, this hand is our opponent played super well though. Like shout out to that person. Yeah, shout out to Azalea for being a good sport there. I again feel like I do not deserve that win. Yeah. But that was an incredible game again. I'm still like not sure if this is like necessarily the deck that I would take to Pro Tour Amsterdam. I think it's very solid. But some of the, like I don't know, some of the ratios are a little weird. I'm still gonna play around with this version of the deck. I think the sideboard is like this is kind of the sideboard I'm comfortable with, so I'm sticking to it. But the 60 is like anyone's guess what's the best here. I'm not even really sold on these falling keys. I think they're okay. Let me actually look at like the combo count of this deck. So we're at 34 combo cards, which is a lot of combo cards. Yeah, I don't know if this is what I would take to did I say Pro Tour Amsterdam earlier? Sorry, I'm losing my mind. I meant San Diego. Because we are going to be there at San Diego, so if you're there, shout out, or, let me know. Because we're also going to be there, so it'd be cool to meet some IRL fans. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all next time.